and going through warm-ups, trying to get into a little groove here before the tip-off. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, the guard pair will be Conley and Edwards. Garnett is out there with Jimmy Butler, and it's Towns in at the center. And for the Nuggets, we've got Thompson, also Jamal Murray out there. Jokic is out there with Anthony, and it's Issel in at the 4. So here we go. It's game 1 of the regular season for both teams, and Doris, each one wants to start their year on the right foot.
Yeah, both of these teams have been waiting all summer for this game. Tip off to a new season. I can't wait, Kevin.
Now here's Edwards. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Towns for 3. That one's in, his first shot this game.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from 3.
Thompson finds Jokic. Out to Anthony. And here is Murray. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Anthony's shot is off. Minnesota with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Outside Conley. Pass to Butler. Towns, a screen on Anthony. Towns at the elbow. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Butler from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and Coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Thompson outside. Pass to Anthony. There's the 3. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. Edwards against Thompson. Outside Conley. Right side, Butler for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Denver's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. To end the cold streak, and Anthony with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot, and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now here's Garnett. Here's Edwards. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets, trailing by 2. It's good. This game is all even.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Pass to Anthony. Jokic sets the screen for Anthony. And the rejection by Towns.
This is exactly what you need from Karl Anthony Towns on the defensive end.
Edwards dishes to Butler. Another miss by Minnesota.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Simply stated, Jimmy Butler is a winner and a game changer. This guy will compete on both ends of the floor, gives you everything he has.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. free throw good from Butler. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves, but there remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Conley, still without a basket. Towns kicks to Edwards. Basket good.
Well, listen, I like the bucket, but defensively, you've got to be better.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Jokic with this screen on Edwards. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
That is not possible. Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Butler. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Here's Thompson. He has 5. Pass to Whistle. Here's Jokic, defended by Towns. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Lever's checked in. Levine's checked in for the Timberwolves. Down low. Stolen away. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Garnett.
And being such a good passer out of that 5 spot makes Jokic a triple-double machine.
Denver shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And if you were to assemble a first-team all-second rounders, Jokic would be a shoo-in.
And he sinks the second. And we saw last season the Nuggets GA in the final week of the regular season making a coaching change and a shift in their front office.
A pretty rare situation. Seems like there's been a power struggle, and rather than choosing sides, the decision was to just make a fresh start.
Lever taking his time here. To the paint. Here's Issel going hit with the block.
KG has always had tremendous instincts, sends another one back the way it came.
Here's Butler. Count it. Butler's got 5.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Timberwolves leading by 3.
Yo, check Levine. Check Levine.
Outside, Levine. Kicks it out to Garnett. Outside, Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Anthony.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
They retain possession. Outside Edwards. The three-pointer off the mark.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Lever from long range. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Edwards, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Thompson kicks to Lever. Here's Issel. Cranes the three, and yes, he'll go to the line for one more. That one is on Towns. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Allen Iverson is checked in for Thompson. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Love's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league, but if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Well, we've long been accustomed to Kevin Love draining threes on the regular. This guy is a big-time threat from range.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Fourth, Jokic.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Here's Lever. He has yet to score. Clock at 6. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
Levine finds Butler. Here is Edwards. And it's sent back by Jokic.
The imposing presence of the Joker inside turns away the finish right at the rim.
And here's Anthony for 3. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. And now a 3-point Nugget lead. Love with the screen for Levine. Pass to Edwards. Over Iverson. Iverson with some nice D.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Guys?
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. And the dunk by Love.
You know, just so smart. Kevin Love, tricky, crafty, you name it, he's got it in his game.
And here is Iverson. Scoreless thus far. To the middle. Here's Issel. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. Timberwolves trail by 6. Bean passes to McDaniels. It's Garnett on the wing. Sinks that one from the post. Denver shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Gordon, the pass to Thompson. Back to Gordon. No good with the triple.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Thompson. He has 5. Pass to Lever. Now here's Iverson, defended by DiVincenzo. Here's Valanciunas.
Well, it still works. Might be one of the oldest tricks in the book, but that up fake earns Valanciunas a trip to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the second free throw, good. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. Garnett with the screen for DiVincenzo. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Well, posterizing defenders for over 2 decades now, Garnett. Yeah, he can still do this.
Screened by Valanciunas. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, up 6. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Denver.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for Minnesota, Zach LaVine is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Garnett. And it's Randall in at the 3 spot. No good from outside.
We call that lockdown perimeter defense against an excellent three-point shooter.
Back to Thompson. On the wing, Gordon. That 3 off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. Now DiVincenzo. Iverson covering. Pass to Randall. Inside, Love makes it off the glass. Love's got his 3rd basket of the night. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Randall. Murray dishes to Iverson. Johnson, that's for 2. And again, Denver, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
LaVine finds Conley. Love with the screen on Murray. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Bangs home the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, we know DiVincenzo loves to shoot the long ball. The defense, you've got to be there to contest.
Johnson, the pass to Thompson. That misses off the backboard. Timberwolves trail. Outside, LaVine. Outside, Conley. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Always assertive off the catch. Dante doesn't time to react.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Denver. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Shot to stop the run. Rebound, Minnesota. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
When you think of Zach LaVine, his athleticism pops, right? This guy off the drive, so hard to guard.
The Nuggets trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Jokic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And a change for the Timberwolves. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Thompson outside. To the middle. Murray kicks to Gordon. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
I love that Aaron Gordon goes right up with it. He's got really good instincts for knowing when to catch and shoot.
Three-pointer, Butler. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Iverson outside. Conley against Jokic. Shot from 12. That one rolling around and rims out. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. Butler's got 7 points in the game. Here's Murray. Still scoreless. Iverson outside. Murray a screen on Levine. And here's Iverson outside. Here's Jokic. Ooh, the touch from Jokic.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Garnett with a screen on Murray. Conley dishes to Butler. Dean passes to Garnett. Over Gordon. Gordon with the defensive effort. Nuggets trail. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Iverson. Now, here's Jokic. And here is Murray. And then Murray with the jam.
And going vertical. Murray's one of those guys with that sneaky athleticism.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never one to shrink from a challenge. And he remains a prolific shot creator. And that touch around the rim is just great from Love.
Now Iverson, pass to Jokic. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. We down, I'm low, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Stick threes in your face while your wrist locked. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Oh, we down, I'm low, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Stick threes in your face while your wrist locked. You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a big squeak. Don't make me cross over, watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down, I'm low, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Stick threes in your face while your wrist locked. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down, I'm low, yeah, I got them. Quick shot, big shot. Stick threes in your face while your wrist locked. You know what they came to see? Me, never on my level, even if we in the same league. Talking too much on the court, you a big squeak. Don't make me cross over, watch your kick squeak. Last 2 minutes, I'ma drop 10. Are we down?
Denver making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And then for Minnesota, Julius Randle comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Zach LaVine. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Iverson passes to Carmelo. Jokic with his screen on Edwards. Pass to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Iverson. Over Randle. Iverson, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Allen Iverson on the wing, defended by Butler. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Lever's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Here's Lever. 6 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Conley. Back to Butler. Outside Edwards. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Now here's Iverson. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in. Iverson's got 5 now.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound by Murray.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Lever kicks to Iverson. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Coming off a terrific season and a terrific year for him in terms of scoring. How about 3rd in the NBA?
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists. His court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. Outside Butler. They get a hand on it and stolen by Iverson. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my... I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Denver's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Anthony nowhere around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead. Randall finds Butler. Six to shoot. To the hoop. Butler. Good work there as it goes. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
Jimmy Butler is unafraid to take and make tough shots. Nice one there.
Murray for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Conley scanning the floor. Love with the screen on Iverson. Here's Butler. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Oh, that's terrific anticipation from Jokic, erasing that shot attempt.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. Arnett comes in for Randall. Here's Butler. He's got 9. Just 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Anthony.
Well, you almost feel bad for the defender here, right? He tries to challenge Jimmy Butler's shot, times it pretty well, but gets tricked by the pump fake.
And the first one at the line is good.
What you love about Jimmy Butler is leadership is hard. There's times where you've got to say tough things to your teammates. You need guys like Butler who will do it.
Good on both. And here are the Nuggets now. There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. And here's Anthony from the arc. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Conley sets a screen for Butler. Driving to the basket. And it's Butler with the jam.
This guy has got the whole arsenal as a wing. Jimmy Butler can slash to the hoop. He can make jump shots so hard to guard.
Here's Issel. He has 6. Pass to Anthony. And Butler sends it back. And he stays with it. Anthony, the pass to Jokic. And he comes up with the deuce. 7 points for Jokic.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
At the elbow, Edwards. Garnett getting it done down there.
Well, the 5th player in NBA history to log more than 50,000 minutes. KG still getting it done inside.
Anthony with his screen on Butler. Anthony can't hit.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
And again, it's Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Now here's Anthony. 12 points for him. Jokic with his screen on Butler. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
Looking at the Nuggets, I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good, I'd be dominating down low, I'd be picking up that big old dub.
So, Shaq, how many of those Game 1 home openers did you actually win over your career?
AOT, Ernie, all of them.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, he's been nothing short of a wall at the rim so far in this one, single-handedly providing great rim protection.
If he is in the area, he's going to challenge your shot. He's going to block it, alter it. He's going to have an impact.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. It's a 5-point game. They've got Anthony. Thompson is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Issel in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
You know, averaging over a half dozen free throw attempts a game for his career. I mean, Melo's so skilled at getting to the free throw line.
The Nuggets have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And he hits the first of 3.
You know, Carmelo Anthony, problematic for the defense. He spends so much time at the line, keeps you on a string.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, mark of a great offensive player, gets to the free throw line a ton, and that's Carmelo Anthony right there amongst the career leaders in free throws made.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Butler. Count it, and the foul. That one's on Anthony.
This, to me, is how Butler hurts you. The athleticism, the strength, the body control, draws the whistle, still finishes the play.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here's Denver now. They trail by 6. Murray, the pass to Issel. To the inside. It's deflected. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got 9.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Towns a screen on Murray. Outside Towns. Offline with his 3. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Pass to Anthony. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 13 rebounds.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Butler finds Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Issel. Back to Anthony. Over Butler. That's short off the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now, here's Jokic. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Garnett with the block, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Minnesota on D. They lead by 4. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Anthony.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Butler. Garnett's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, the prototypical modern-day power forward comes about as a result of KG paving the way.
Issel passes to Anthony. It's good. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, great job by Anthony keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
Conley finds Butler. Towns a screen on Anthony. To the paint. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Timeout, timeout.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. With this stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. In fourth, the Timberwolves. Number 5, the Nuggets.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
Here's Jokic. 11 points in the game. Murray finds Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 14 points.
The three-point stroke from Jokic, it just looks confident.
Outside Butler. Conley with the 3. Denver grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Outside Anthony, over Butler. Anthony can't hit. Minnesota leading by 3. Over in the corner, Conley. Pass to Edwards. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And the 3 ball is good. Butler's got 19 points.
Guys, we've seen this. Jimmy Butler has the ability to take over games, and he's doing it right now.
Jokic sets the screen for Thompson. And here's Jokic, defended by Towns. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Anthony Edwards. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, 27 points per, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
Now here's Butler. Shot clock at 6. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Murray. Lets it go with the 3. The Nuggets with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Outside Butler. And here's Conley outside. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Towns has got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
Jokic kicks to Anthony. Jokic against Towns. And the rejection by Towns.
Love the hustle from Towns right there. Boy, engaged defensively.
Edwards finds Garnett. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And let's see some numbers here on Jamal Murray. Coming off a terrific season. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
And let's again give him credit for knocking down free throws at such a torrid pace. He was operating in a steady groove all last season. Levers checked in for Murray. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Levine's checked in. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Jokic against Towns. It's Lever on the wing. Jokic with the screen on Levine. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Capable of being a very potent scorer, Jokic certainly has looked focused so far in this one.
Back to Levine. Off target with his three. 6, Thompson outside. Pass to Anthony. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Butler.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
Levine for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, this is Levine's mindset. He is ready to shoot as soon as that ball touches his hands.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 16. Thompson passes to Lever. Nice D from Levine. Timberwolves leading by 9. Levine sets the screen for Edwards. Anthony against Butler. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. Here's Jokic. Second chance shot. The big man, Jokic.
This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Lever against Levine. Levine is screen on Anthony. Here's Butler. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Butler's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has found his groove, and he isn't letting the defense impact him in any way.
Pass to Anthony. Butler with the steal.
Who's watching here?
Here is Edwards. Garnett with a screen on Thompson. Inside. Garnett rattles the rim.
Listen, this guy's been able to pick and pop or pick and roll. He could write a book on how to finish.
Lever against Levine. Jokic with a screen on Levine. And Jokic slams it in.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Now here's Levine. He has 5. And it's Butler missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Lever. Here's Issel, defended by Butler. Clock at 6. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Anthony.
You know, it just doesn't seem to bother him. Melo is able to maintain his focus when he's attacking the basket. It's almost like the defense wasn't even there.
Oh, here's Edwards. 9 points in the game so far.
Fine on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Butler. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. Butler's got 10 points here in the second half. And so it's Lever who brings up the ball for Denver. A 12-point game. Pass to Anthony for the 3. And it's Anthony again missing. And Butler, here we go, up and in on the layup. Butler's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Lever inside, guarded by Levine, and shot by Issel, no good. Timberwolves leading by 14. Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Jokic. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Kevin Love's checked in for Towns. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Butler. And Mike Conley subbed in for Edwards. Love finds DiVincenzo. Here's Conley. He's covered by Murray. Back to DiVincenzo. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Johnson. No good again that time.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Thompson against Conley. Out left to the wing. Now DiVincenzo. Love with the screen on Thompson. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Minnesota, Jimmy Butler is out there with Randall. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Conley. And it's Love in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Switch. Murray with it. Launches it from deep. Julius Randle with the rebound. Conley against Lever. Randle outside. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jokic with his screen on LaVine. Jokic against Love. And it's Jokic missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Randall no good.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
Here's Iverson. Here's Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
You see, before you could give Aaron Gordon a cushion from deep. At this point, though, he has honed that part of his arsenal.
To the inside. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Lever's got it. Murray, no good. Minnesota leading by 19 points. Outside Conley. Butler from outside. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Jokic kicks to Murray. Nice D from LaVine.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Iverson with the ball. Butler covering. Iverson passes to Gordon. Love against Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Minnesota.
The physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
And that one falls for Mike Conley. And just off the cuff, Doris, what do you think is the toughest part of the season?
I mean, for me, watching these players try to perform the final 2 to 3 weeks before All-Star game, there are so many things in play. Has it been an extraordinarily difficult season where you're just simply not winning? Are you trying to incorporate perhaps a player that came over from a new trade? And then also just the focus. Everybody's mind is, ooh, I've got a week vacation here. I can't wait.
Now here's Murray. Kicks it out to Iverson. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 3-pointer, Randall. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Jokic against Conley. Here's Lever. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
The Nuggets trail by 16. Pass to Jokic.
Get there!
The fadeaway. Not enough on that one as it misses. Minnesota leading by 16. Randall finds Conley. Now here's Butler, defended by Gordon, and they double up Butler. No one near Randall as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, his teammates have really picked him up, but I'm sure, boy, they'd love something down the stretch out of this guy.
Gordon a screen. In the corner, Murray with it. The 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. Randall with a screen for Conley. Butler in the corner. Randall down low. He's against Gordon. Randall with the bucket.
Boy, I love the confidence Julius Randle has in himself. This guy knows what it takes to score.
Love against Jokic. Outside for Lever. Gordon with a screen on Conley. Lever, the pass to Jokic. Over Love. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Love the pass to Conley. Here's Randall. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Now, here's Jokic. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world, so there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Launches a 3. Iverson grabs the board. The Nuggets trail by 20. Lob pass to Gordon and stolen by Love. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Outside Lever. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Good. Nice job down low. Jokic has got 15 points in just the second half. Minnesota leading by 18. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So both teams changing it up here. Edwards against Thompson. Edwards looking it over. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
2 shots.
That one is off.
Well, you just watch Anthony Edwards continue to progress. This guy gets better and better every year.
He hits the second from the line. The Nuggets trail by 19. Anthony, the pass to Jokic. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Jokic. Murray outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly.
I'll give him a ton of credit here. He is trying to make plays, but nothing right now helping his team.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Now Jokic, after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Murray the pass to Issel. Now Anthony. The Nuggets need to get a shot off. And the rejection by Towns. A step-back shot here. And there's Edwards on the assist by Towns. 15 points for Anthony Edwards. The Nuggets trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Jokic with his screen on Butler. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Anthony.
Come get it!
Jokic sets the screen for Anthony. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Outside Butler. Outside Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards dishes to Conley. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Murray, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Over in the corner, Edwards. And they double up Butler. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That one's on Anthony.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Johnson outside. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Edwards kicks to Randall. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Denver shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Butler.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
Here's DiVincenzo. Denver getting their last shot to go. And Edwards launches it from deep. And the three off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Johnson finds Lever. Now Iverson. Edwards defending. Valanciunas off target from three-point range. And here's Randall. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.